What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Between Takes podcast. This week, we have a very special guest. We have Sistine Stallone.
She is wonderful. She is the daughter of Sylvester Stallone, and she grew up, as you know, in the industry and on sets and on red carpets, yet remained grounded with her family. And we break down some of her auditions and her most recent film. So be sure to like and subscribe to the podcast in the Himalaya app or wherever you get your podcast.
Enjoy. We have a very special guest today. We have our dear friend, Sistine Stallone. Hi.
Hi, I'm so excited. Thanks for having me, guys.
Of course. Hart and I are so just happy that you're here. It's just nice to see your face.
It's so mutual. So nice to see some new faces. You know, it's like tired of saying my sisters, and you guys look good.
You look great.
Good on you.
Oh, thanks.
It's the light. I'm right in front of a window. It's really just that. Thank you.
So I'm sure you've listened to every single episode of our podcast.
I have. So don't even make a joke. Okay, first of all, you guys are killing it. What is this, number 3? See, I know.
Well, this is actually number 5, Hart.
Yeah.
I
think so.
Yeah.
4 or 5, yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hart, how do you want to start off? You want to start from the beginning?
Yeah, just walk us through from birth, I guess, like how your life was.
Yeah. So I don't know if you guys know, but my dad is Sylvester Stallone. So I was kind of brought up in a very unorthodox way. Like my family, I mean, we grew up, I was on red carpets every summer. We spent in either New Orleans on a set or Bulgaria or like the jungles of Thailand. So it was never really a normal childhood, but my mom and dad really enforced like education, and they were like, you got to go to school. That's number 1. So we were never really allowed to venture off and do anything else. So yeah, childhood was super interesting. My dad, I think, subconsciously kind of prepared me for acting in a weird way with the lessons that he would make us do growing up, which was really weird looking back on it. Like, for example, I think one of the ways that I learned how to read was he would make Sophia and I, my older sister, just sit on his office floor and like read screenplays with him. And like that's since I was like 8 years old. So like I literally grew up around reading screenplays. Like he would make us watch classic film and then he would dissect them, and I was 13. I'm like, I just want to go outside. Like I don't really care. Like he would make us do every single day pronunciation lessons into a tape recorder so we would enunciate well. I mean, he'd make us study like famous poets like Edgar Allan Poe. Like I could recite The Raven right now. Like it's just so I think in a weird way he kind of prepared us, but I never really tried anything until I was like 18. Yeah.
Was that because that's how you wanted to, or did he recommend not starting anything until you were 18?
Well, I never even wanted to act, well, I did. Let me reword that. I never thought I could because I was painfully shy growing up. Like I hated hugs. If you talked to me, I was just horrible. Like we did school plays and I would get cast as the person literally on the side holding like the boo sign or like the yay sign for the audience to like, and I'd mess that up somehow. So even if we were doing, my mom would sign us up for like little local theater plays, and I'd get cast as like Annie number 4, which would mean like 3 Annies would have to go down before like I could set foot on the stage. So it was just, if anything, my older sister was like the star and everything. So she was projected to be the actor of the family, but here I am somehow trying it out.
So what do you remember from when you were a kid? Like what was that like, just being on sets your whole life? You probably went to school and then like you go to set, or you'd be on set and you'd probably be doing school or having someone teach you school.
That was really important. My mom never wanted to homeschool us, so we were always physically in school. But then after school, we'd probably be doing our homework like on the editing room floor. And like, so it was constantly around us. And then it was tough growing up because my dad would have to leave for like 4 or 5 months at a time. And we were in school, so we couldn't really visit him. But we'd always spend like our entire summer with him. So it was always just never home for 3 months. And then, I mean, it was fun. Like I didn't know any different. Like that was my normal. So it was really, really cool. I'm definitely grateful for looking back on it. It was like very, very cool experiences, and I'm proud of him. So I'm happy he's working. It's a good thing, you know?
Yeah.
you've got a strong mom, because when your dad goes away for months, like I've experienced too, and it's tough when your dad goes away for a long time to
100%. Yeah, no, she's a superwoman. She holds the house down. Like, this man would fall apart without my mom. And she's, she's a businesswoman herself as well. So like, she made her first million at 22 years old, started her own company. So I think it definitely lit a fire under all of our asses to be motivated and make a name for ourselves.
Yeah. Seems like there's a really strong work ethic that you grew up around, like with having those two parents. That's awesome. That's really good.
Thank you. And I think, there's a stigma behind growing up in Hollywood or having Hollywood famous parents, and the kids don't exactly want to work and they kind of just want to mooch off and live, and that's fine. But that's never been the way we wanted it or the way we were raised. So we're definitely excited to make a name for ourselves and work, whether that's in acting or anything else.
Sure.
Yeah. I feel like out of a lot of the people that I've met in this business, you and your family are just so grounded, and it's rare to find that. So that's awesome.
I could say the same for both of you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So you started acting when you were 18. That's crazy, because you grew up in it. You saw it every day. Like, what made you get that bug? Do you feel pressure from your dad because of who he is and his success? Does that add more weight on your shoulders? What is that?
I'll answer the first part of your question. How did I get into it? And then, okay, so there was always jokes about me being an actor, and it was a joke because everyone was like, my family was like, you would play like the mute girl in the corner, like you couldn't do it. And I'm the type of person where it's like, you tell me I can't do something, I want to do it, and I want to do it well. And so acting was a muscle that I've never worked or flexed. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna try it. Like, I'm gonna go for it. It kind of fell in my lap in a weird way through a mutual friend. His manager met me, and it kind of just happened organically. And although I'm not with her anymore, which is like, you get the business, jumping around all the time. But so I just did a few auditions, and then I started training with Ivana Chadwick at her studio, and it sort of just clicked. Like, it felt very natural. And I've kind of been obsessed with doing it ever since. Like, by no means do I think I'm, extremely natural, and I'm like, you guys are very natural actors, and it's really exciting to see you on TV. But it's just something that I love to work at. I like that I'm not incredible at it, because I want to continue to be better and like work at that. What was the second part to your question? Oh, the pressure or something like that.
Do you feel pressure because of who your dad is?
Not at all. Not at all. I think that he, by no means would I ever discredit the career that he's had, or I'm never ashamed, because I feel like I get asked that question a lot. Like, oh, are you intimidated, or, are you embarrassed? I'm like, no, like, if anything, he's created an incredible career for himself. And that is so motivating and exciting. And I'm lucky to have not only an actor, but like a writer and a director in my kitchen. So if I do have an audition, I just ask him to direct me, and it kind of just works out.
Yeah,
that's nice.
I do get a little bit nervous though. Like, I'm not gonna lie, the auditions that I have booked are the ones that he isn't watching me, because I do want to impress him, and then I just get nervous around. Like, he just a little bit intimidates me. So I'm always like, actually, can you leave? And then I'll do it without him. I have to say that sometimes, because I'm like reading for like a teenage girl most of the time, and he doesn't exactly know how to act like a teenage girl. So his advice is always like, scream and like, use violence and like stomp your fist. And I'm like, no, like, we're in a classroom, like, you don't do that. So it's, we're tweaking, we're working on it.
Yeah.
I was reading Scar Tissue by Anthony Kiedis, and there's a part in that where he played your dad's son in something. I think it was The Fist. And he told this story in the book where he walks up to the trailer and he like knocks on it, and your dad comes to the door and opens it, and he's like, hey, I'm your son in this film, like, let's hang out. And your dad's like, get out of here, like, get this kid out of here. And I thought that was so funny. I read it like 2 days ago.
Why would he do that? Oh God. That's my dad. That's classic dad. Like, just busting your top.
I loved it though. I love it.
Yeah. So So going off of auditions, like, do you have an audition horror story or what's been your worst audition up to this point?
My sister's laughing at me right now. She's like, yeah. I would say the worst one I've done was I went to read it in person, and which is like the worst because I love reading in person and I don't know what happened. And I thought I did well. That's the funny part. I left feeling, you know what? I didn't get it, but I feel good about it. Like, so I'm not mad. And the feedback I got the next day, because I got a call from all of my agents and managers. And normally when they're all on the phone, it's good news. And they called me at 8 a.m. So I was like, oh my God, good news. Like, this is amazing. And I woke up, I'm like, hello. And they go, so how do you think it went? I go, I thought it went really good. Like, I mean, not really, but I felt good. And why are you calling? Like, obviously it went kind of good. And she goes, well, they have some feedback. And the exact words they used were stupid. Oh. And I was like,
You're kidding.
I guess, but can you like elaborate? Like, stupid, was I stupid? Was my acting stupid? She's like, no, they didn't specify. I'm like, so you didn't ask? Okay, we got a problem. Okay, so stupid, that was fun. We loved that one. Let me see. I mean, I've forgotten lines, but I'm the type that it's like, if I forget, I'll just like make up the rest of the scene, and I'm like, improv, here we go. I'm not gonna fuck it up. I'm not gonna stop rolling. But I feel like everyone has bad auditions, and especially being in quarantine right now, I hate doing self-tapes because I'm so critical and I'll do it like 100 times. I said, it's not going to get better. So I might as well just quit while I'm ahead. I like that you can just go in and like, boom, boom, do it twice, done, run away and scream in your car. Like, that's what I prefer.
Wow, stupid. That's crazy. And no like elaboration on that at all?
No, but you know what? Knock down, get back up. That's okay. I've been called worse, so we're good. Has never had a bad audition, but I want to.
Oh, I have.
Make me feel better. You have a better story than that.
I've had many, but I just remember feeling like the Riverdale one. It was a producer session, and I just halfway through just blanked, just stopped, and I was just like.
Do you think it was nerves that made you like blank out, or is it just your brain not letting you function?
I don't know what it was. For that one, I had like no money at all. And so I couldn't afford to print out my sides. So I didn't have my sides with me because I would always go to like.
That's a really fair excuse then. Because I still forget. So I like forget how to read almost. Like, I'm looking at the lines, I'm like, I don't know why words aren't going to my out of
that does, yeah, that happens. Just I blanked halfway through it, and then I just stared at everyone, and I was like, "Can we start that over?" And they were like, "Yeah, please." And so then we did it again, and then I left, and I was like, "That was the worst audition of my life." And then I booked it.
Well, maybe. Did you ever think about the pause could have just been dramatic, for your character?
Oh, like, no, I was like, I completely forgot the words. Can we start that audition over?
Oh, okay, you just owned it.
Yeah.
Your character, if it's like really like dark and serious, like the pause could have been suspension.
Yeah, no, maybe I should have done that, but I maybe not. I mean, I got it. So it's fine.
You know what? It worked out.
Yeah, it worked. It worked. It's fine.
Question.
It's fine. But I love hearing people's horror stories of auditioning. There's so many.
Like, what else?
Yeah, there's a lot. It's the worst when you have to, like, in the scene there's a chunk of action stuff and you've got to like either just act like it's not there, or you've got to kind of mime it. You have to make that choice.
Oh, I did that. I made that choice, and let me tell you, I committed and it worked. It was I almost want to ask the director, because I ended up booking this part, but I almost want to ask the director, like, can you just send me that self-tape or that audition that I did, because I must have looked ridiculous. Like, imagine fake swimming. I was on the leg of a couch with my stomach. I was like planking, and I was like this, and I was also screaming, and I was climbing a rope, and I was also beating a girl. It was all at the same time, like just punching the ground, like beating a girl up. I'm like, whatever.
Your dad loved that audition.
Oh yeah, no, love that. Every time I get an audition, he's like, you should tell the director, make a note. Like, if I'm confronting a bully, he's like, what if, speaking out loud, what if you hit her? I'm like, I'm like, not that character, but It's always violence with him if you haven't caught on to the routine yet.
So going off that, you booked 47 meters uncaged. What the hell? What happened? What was that like? Also, did you swim with sharks? Like, what was?
Oh, okay. Well, actually, I didn't think I booked it in the beginning because I didn't hear back for a long time. So I was for sure. I was like, oh fuck, I didn't get it. Oh, sorry. Oh shoot, I didn't get it. And like I auditioned in person, felt like an idiot. Whatever, put it out on the table, and then he asked for me to read for all 3 other girls. So I read for 3 other girls. So that was super long, and that was a self-tape. And then I went back to meet him in person just for lunch because he wanted to get my vibe, he said. I don't know. So I was just like schmoozing and like doing like a dance and like trying to like make it the most entertaining conversation of his life, just so he would book me. And then I went in again and read again. And then I didn't hear for 4 weeks. So I was like, okay, I didn't get it. I'm over this audition. Like it's taking forever. So when I found out I got it, that was super exciting. We didn't have to swim with real sharks in the film, but we did have to do a few scenes in open water, which I hate the ocean. I wish I was an ocean girl. I wish I was a beach girl. I'm a pool gal. If I can't see what's below me, I don't like it. So that was definitely scary, but no sharks, unfortunately.
So don't they have do they have people there looking for sharks to make sure that you're not attacked by a shark when you're in open?
Oh, you know, we had divers with us. We each had our own diver, but mine was always like doing his own thing, looking around. Like I remember I went down one time and I was like, I can't, you didn't turn my air on. Like I can't breathe. He was like, oh, he was like a really chill, like island dude. But I was like, come on, bro. Terrified. Yeah. I told him I was a licensed scuba diver to get the part. I didn't think I was going to get it, but you know, fake it till you make it. So then I had to like sit at the bottom of my pool for like 10 hours to get licensed. I was just sitting there waiting, counting the hours. Yeah, it was fun. It was a really cool process, and I miss it almost every day. Like being with those girls and then being on set. It felt like day camp. That's what I kept saying. I felt like I kept waking up, and it didn't feel like work. It was the most fun I've ever had in my life.
Oh, it's the best.
Wow.
Yeah, I miss it.
Don't cry.
I might. Shut up. Don't you think being on set is like the most exciting thing ever? It doesn't feel hard. It just feels like you're with your friends and you're goofing around and you're getting paid to goof around. And just like, I told him too, I would do it for free, like 100%.
Mm-hmm. That's how you know you're doing something good. I mean, it's something that you want to do. That's great. Yeah. I
think in life I've learned, because I tried and failed a profession before this one. And I realized that if it doesn't make you happy, it's not worth it ever at all. Like I was living in New York at one point, trying to be a model. God. And I realized, I don't want to be a coat hanger, and I was super hungry and I just wanted to come home and do something that made me happy. And like, this is it. So I just realized, even with acting, the second it's not fun anymore, it's like, it's not worth, life's too short.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
New York, it's crazy because you're saying you had no success, but you had a lot of success in that field. I think you just are a motivated person and wanted to feel like you were fulfilled.
Yeah, it wasn't fulfilling, I don't think.
Yeah.
I'm always, you're right. I always try to downplay everything that I've done, and I'm like, oh, I didn't do anything. I haven't, and I have, but I just don't, I'm shy.
You ride horses a lot, don't you?
Yes, Hart. Yes, good question. Good. Yes, you should see my bathroom. I have like trophies everywhere. That is what I will talk about with success. I love that. Western reining.
Yeah.
Have you done any reining yourself?
Yeah, I grew up. My whole family does. We all ride. Yeah.
What style?
Western. Yeah.
We should go horseback riding.
We absolutely should. Yeah. Yeah, let's do it. Sorry, Cam.
Sorry, Cam. I've always wanted to do like cutting with horses, because my dad grew up riding polo professionally. So again, it was like something that we were always around. But that is so exciting.
Yeah.
Arkansas?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that is my dream. Just to live on a farm. Literally just live on a farm and have horses running around me. Yeah, that is the dream. We act for that.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
End goal.
That is the end goal.
Yeah.
Cameron, have you ever been on a horse?
My mom rode horses growing up, so I have not.
You made that sound like
yeah, you made it seem like yes.
I
was just always around, but I never.
I wanted to like pretend like I could have been there and I had a good connection to it, but it never.
Yeah. It seems like you'd freak out on a horse.
Yeah, I'd probably freak out on a horse.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
There's something about controlling the beast. Very powerful. Very exciting.
So your family, anyone else want to act in your family besides you? I know Sophia doesn't.
Charlotte, you want to come pop in?
Let's get Charlotte.
This one.
Oh, hi.
Hi. She's 18.
Yes, I'm 18.
Scarlett,
I don't want to interrupt.
Scarlett wants to act. She's been asking for how long? Forever?
Since I was 13.
But my parents won't let her.
You're staying here.
I had a very traumatic experience when I was 14 doing acting.
She had
That's
one
why I
line
just
and forgot it.
forgot it.
Like 10 times. 10 takes in a row. Yeah.
On a set or in an audition?
No, she was on a set. She literally, you probably know the line today. What is it?
Oh, maybe he doesn't care about making money. Money isn't.
That's her line. She knows it today, but she could not remember it. They rewrote it.
Butchered
They
it.
wrote it. They did it 10 times, and she just kept
I
forgetting.
love how my dad was like, "Oh, maybe you should wait. I think you need to grow up a little."
But my mom has a rule that we have to finish high school before we can, because she wants us to have as normal as possible. Like,
right.
You know, she's young. We're children. Well, maybe not me, but you're still you're a teen. So I'm like, I'm 12, so I get it. But she wants, she wanted us to be as young for as long as possible, because it's a very adult industry.
Yeah, you got the rest of your life to be an adult.
Yeah, Scarlett.
Yeah.
Everybody looks like an adult.
Don't rush it.
But yeah, no, relax, chill, have fun.
Chill, Scarlett. Be
Thank
with your
you.
boyfriend and enjoy life.
You told me Scarlett's like has the most friends out of anybody in the house. Is the most.
Yeah, I can. Don't rub it in a little bit more. That's the ongoing. No, I'm very sensitive to that. That's the ongoing joke in my family right now. They're like, Sistine, you have no friends. Ha ha ha. Like, like you have no boyfriend. Like,
You
yeah.
have some tight, close buds with you. You have
Close
a couple,
buds.
Yeah, you got some like really close homies with you.
The dialect that you're using is very concerned. Bud homies, man.
The side effects of being 18.
No, yeah.
You got us, so you're all right.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
That's when you know it's bad. When like, you have us. You have us. Thank you. Wow, thank you. Do you find it hard to make friends, like other actor friends, or not really? Like I always find, like when I'm on a movie set and then I leave, we're always like, oh, we're gonna keep in touch. It's gonna be great, and then you just never see that person again. And you were so close.
I have with Riverdale. We're all very close.
Are you still shooting Riverdale?
Not really. I mean, no one is right now because it's in Canada.
Is it gonna continue?
My character is still on the show. But I don't like last season. I only did a little bit of it. I didn't do that much.
Yeah.
But when everybody's in LA, we spend a lot of time together. We're all very close outside of the show, which is
nice.
Yeah, I've been on other shows that we're friendly and we like when we see each other, it's exciting to see each other. But with Riverdale, there's a few of us that go out of our way to actually spend time with each other, not associated with filming at all.
That's important.
Yeah,
that's good. I'm bad with that. I'm one of those people that I'm just like, oh God, I won't reach out, and then when I do, it's great. I'm just bad. I'm a hermit. You see my bed. I'm just in it. In there.
You have your horses.
I got my horses, and that's all I need.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
It's all
they
good.
have a little attitude back, but it's a good banter.
What's in the future for you? What do you want? What are you gonna do?
Right before the lockdown, I was in Puerto Rico shooting another film, which small part, but it was such an exciting cast. It was Emile Hirsch, Lucas Haas, Machine Gun Kelly, Megan Fox. Like it was a great cast environment. And then I did my scenes. The border shut down, so I had to come home, and it's picking up again right now. So hopefully I can head back there soon. But that's like little, like that's not long term. So I think what I find really interesting about the movie industry, which is something I would like to continue in the future, is everything behind the scenes. I really love acting because it's just a fun outlet to be creative, and it's a really fun community with my acting class that I've gotten to know. But I love to write a lot, and I love to see like the producing side of things. I love to sit in writers' meetings. I love to be a part of writers' meetings. So yeah, I've been working on some scripts, some shorts, and I don't know. It's really fun not knowing how to do anything and just figuring it out yourself. Like I'll write a script and like, I don't even know who to hire. I don't know what to do, but I'm just going to start contacting people and puzzle it together and see what happens. Like I called a motel the other day. I'm like, are you guys open? Because I just need like your grossest room. And like, but it's fun. So that's what I think in quarantine, I'm just going to try to do as much as that as possible. I mean, there's not a lot of options.
Yeah, it's the best time for it. I mean, you're able to focus on something and be singular with it, which I think is good.
Yeah, there's something really exciting about a short as well. I think they're so like very underestimated. Like they're very cool. Have you guys done a short?
The first thing that I did in LA was a short I did a USC film.
Oh, cool.
And, yeah, it was a little short, and yeah, it was the first thing I did.
Right on.
Yeah. Well, it was fun.
Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah. Student films are so incredible, especially that film school is just immaculate. Like I can't wait to see who comes out. Like great, like Ryan Coogler, who directed Creed, came out of USC. Like some great people. Awesome.
Yeah.
I want to go to film school. Let's all go. Let's sign up together.
All right, let's go.
Let's do it. And run.
Well, you are awesome.
You're
really awesome. And thank you for coming on here and telling us. Is there anything else that you want to say before you leave? The platform is yours if you want to.
Well, if you guys are ever in need of a third host, or perhaps just a hype man to sit at Zoom meetings to like cheer y'all on. No, really, I appreciate you guys. This is so exciting. It's so cool what you're doing. I haven't heard any other podcast or platform sort of highlight this. So very, very excited for your futures.
You're so
Thank
sweet.
you, Sistine.
Yeah. Thanks for having me, guys.